Who would you say is the best teammate from your perspective?
I'm gonna be biased, but I'll go Shavar because he's the point guard. So like he's the one who gives me the ball.
You balled out. I was looking at your numbers. I did my research.
Yeah,
You were doing, 18 points is what you were averaging in Italy.
When it comes to scoring, like I really feel like God gave me a gift.
Did you guys do well in Poland?
Yeah, I mean we won a championship. I won like every award, MVP, scoring title, finals MVP, import of the year. I won every award besides defensive player.
Okay. We can work on that.
All right. Kameron McGusty, welcome to Home Court.
Glad to be here.
We're excited to have you, me and Azania. Do people call you Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my basketball name.
All right.
Azania's my work name.
Okay. Which one are we here?
Well, this is just a podcast with Z.
Okay.
Yeah, having fun.
Z and Abby, having fun.
The trophy.
We're starting with the trophy.
Right here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? How was it? Tell us more.
It was amazing. It was a good experience, and like especially like playing in that arena, all those fans, and actually, seeing a lot of like British people invested into basketball and the league. It was amazing, and obviously we won, so super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But you let go of a 21-point lead. I know you weren't playing. You're hiding your hand. I know you're going through an injury right now, but just talk about you being on the bench and then also going in the locker room and, you guys are up, but then do you talk to your team, yo bros, like what we doing? We're losing the lead. Just talk about kind of being on the bench and
Yeah, so more like my role that
your role,
I've been
perfect.
playing. Yeah, I've just kind of been like, a moral support energy guy, just like, help because we have our new player Nigel Hawkins, and I know him. We grew up in the Houston grassroots basketball system, so like just helping him figure out the system and giving him advice, and the things that I see on the court, maybe not the guys on the court can see because they're actually playing, so they may miss things. So just giving out pointers and tips, and just trying to be the best at my role, as a supporter and someone to help guide the players when they are missing things or need help.
Is this one of the first times you've been injured? Like, have you been in your career? Have you had this role before?
Not in season. The only other time I've ever been hurt, like with like an injury to where like I have to really sit out, was when I was in college. But it was the year I was sitting out. Like when I transferred from Oklahoma to Miami, you have to sit out for a year, which I'm so mad because they changed the rules now. You don't have to do that anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the year I sat out for like 3 months with a torn labrum. So yeah,
You
this
had
is
time to.
exactly. So this is the first time I actually like had that real role of playing and traveling and game here, game there, to now I'm just lifting and rehabbing. So.
Yeah, it's important, and hopefully you get back soon. With the trophy game, you guys have had a couple of tough losses, just like slipped right out of your hands. How did that win feel after having those experiences, where you guys have just lost a few games and then winning the trophy? Like how did it allow you to feel even better, or like what was that like?
Yeah, for me it just showed like growth, because like at the end of the day, you want to be playing your best basketball come playoff time or whenever your championship is. Like every other game, you use these games to build chemistry, learn, figure out what works and stuff like that. So it was good to see, us showing the growth of, hey, we know now, okay, when we're up, or whatever the situation is, like we got to finish the game strong.
And you, obviously, this is your first trophy as well. Obviously, the British League has 4 trophies. We've laughed about it, how many trophies. But you winning that, and then also it's Coach Sabonis's first trophy. And just talk about the celebration after the game, the energy within the team.
Yeah, I think it was, like you said, really special for him because, this is his first year being a coach. And, like, as a coach and a player, when you win any type of trophy or awards, whatever the case is, it always is a good feeling. So definitely was happy for him. And, like, we're kind of the new group of the London Lions because, we're the first team since, like, the rebranding process and all that stuff. So I feel like it was special for us, too, because it was just like, this is our first year together, and, look what we've accomplished so far. And, we have more stuff to accomplish, but it was like our first, like, real, because, EuroCup playoffs don't start for another couple weeks. The Cup isn't for another couple weeks. We have more stuff to do, and I mean, more trophies to win. and this was the first one, so it's like the first thing checked off the check mark. So
Yeah.
good
And
accomplishment for us.
and before we go into, the starting of your career and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
just talk about your London, being here. You can. I know people take this for granted, but speaking English, playing in an
Yeah.
English. I know you've played in Italy,
Mhm.
Poland,
Spain.
Spain,
I mean, not Spain. France
France.
and Poland.
Yeah. So just being in London, how's the vibe, the energy? It's a fashion city. You're
Mhm.
swagged out today. Just what's been your favorite things? Have you tried some English food? Just talk about the city.
Honestly, like my favorite thing has been the diversity, and like in America we don't have too many Caribbean like roots. I mean, we have those types of people, but like the culture isn't there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So coming here, like being able to go on Uber Eats and see good, Caribbean food, like
Yep.
in America it's not like that. So I would say like the culture has been like the biggest thing for me that's
Having some
really stuck
Jamaican
out.
food, and I know you're a Trini, but having some
Man, it's
nice rice and peas, jerk
exactly. It's close
chicken.
enough to me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because like I said, back home, I don't get any of it. Like they got a couple places, but
Yeah.
they just don't know
Don't be
how to.
hitting.
Yeah, they just don't know how to do it. So,
Good. And have you tried any traditional British food or
um,
places?
not too much. I'm not really one to do the
Trying
English
new things.
breakfast and the
The beans.
beans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
But fish and chips, I love fish and chips. Fish
Okay.
and
Good.
chips is one of my like. I'm not gonna say a go to, but like if I go to a restaurant and like they have that,
You're
like
gonna go with
I'm
that.
always gonna go with that, especially here, because this is what Brits are known for. So
Nice.
Has there been anything in London that's surprising to you, or does it feel like how you would picture London to be?
I would say, like I said, the diversity. I didn't think it was like this, like at all. Like I was thinking, like I didn't think it was so many cultures, all pocketed into one. I mean, not one area because this area is not that small, but like yeah, there's just a lot of diversity here and a lot of different cultures, and like even when you go to like all these shops, they have halal everywhere, and like in America it's not like that at all. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just new to me, but like it's like pretty cool to like see and understand that like wow, like everybody's culture is really valued and respected, and you can find whatever you're looking for here.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of places, even the biggest countries, like you can't really find every culture you're looking for. Maybe the ones that are surrounded by the country or where you are, but
Especially food wise,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
have whatever you want.
Even the
here.
products, like some of the hair products, like
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have similar hair.
Yeah.
Like, you go to Poland,
Yeah.
it's
you can't
impossible to
find-
find, the
Yeah,
stuff
you're
you need.
bringing your stuff in your suitcase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when you're here, it's like, oh, I can just get on Amazon, or oh, I can just find this shop, and I'm sure they'll have it. Like
Yeah.
everything's here, no matter what you're looking for. So
Yeah.
Incredible.
That is special.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you want to ask any more before we go
No,
into
I think
any more about
I'm
London?
glad. I'm glad you're enjoying and
Yeah.
having a good time.
It is cool and so dependent on where we grow up in the US too. Like there's like nothing around me, like super rural. And I don't know if you were close to Houston, but even so, like having to drive so far just to see any other like culture, at least that's how it was for me.
Yeah.
It's cool to have that at your fingertips too. So growing up playing basketball in Katy, Texas, what was that like?
I mean, it was cool, but a lot of, like our big thing was American football. I gotta say American football, so everybody
all right,
knows
football.
the difference.
The
You know,
NFL came to London.
Yeah, they sure did.
They
sure
did. And the NBA.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
we're cool.
But yeah, everybody plays football out there, so like that was my first love. And you don't really see as much like support for basketball because like we've got so many dudes that played in the NFL. We got one of the best in our district. That's like the area where like all the high schools, like we do it by district. Like they do it by conferences or
Yeah.
whatever tables, however you want to call it. But we do it. We call it district. So Katy High School, their football team, they have like 7 or 8 state championships.
And in Texas, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it's massive.
massive.
So legit.
I've-
That's
and
so
not
legit.
just colleges, where universities,
High
high
school,
schools,
yeah.
they have beautiful stadiums.
High schools are almost bigger
beautiful
than
arena-
the
Literally.
colleges.
Yeah,
Literally.
I was really
nuts.
surprised by that. I
Mhm.
went to a small high school in Virginia, so it was tiny. We didn't have a football team.
Yeah.
But when I've been to Texas, I'm like, that's a high school. So the level was, and you had a football team at your high
Yeah,
school?
we had our football team wasn't good, but because I went to a school called Seven Lakes High School, so that's like it's different. But Katy High School football, look it up. They've got
crazy.
So many, they got NFL players. They've got state championships. So much history and culture. Like, and that's why I was saying, like, playing basketball, it was just kind of like, I always knew I was good and stuff like that, but like my main focus was football.
Yeah,
Mm.
what
be honest.
position did you play?
Quarterback and receiver.
Really?
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
an arm on you.
I do, and I got
Yeah.
hands
Okay.
and super quick. So
I see that. in your
yeah, I got the
basketball.
first step,
Yeah.
so it translated onto the field really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I
It
like
is
that.
crazy. It's like a religion.
Yeah, it's literally it is a religion. I used
Yeah.
to really like live, eat, sleep, breathe football.
Football. And then
Yeah.
when was the transition? Or were you playing
I mean, I
same
was
time?
playing both. It was
Yeah.
just, football was a little more just due to my surroundings, my environment. Everybody else was playing football, It's a lot easier to go outside and go in the yard and throw the football with your friends opposed
Yeah.
to, who has a
Basketball.
basketball goal and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I always did both, but I feel like once I got to high school is when, like, I was like, okay, I got to pick one.
Yeah.
Because I wish I would have played both, though, honestly, because I was so good at football. I think I was better at football than I was basketball.
Really?
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But basketball had more longevity. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you make that decision? What was your recruiting process like? Like, take us through that kind of like high school transition.
Yeah, so my big thing was like, okay, am I gonna play varsity varsity or freshman? So my thing was, okay, whichever team I make varsity, I'll play,
Okay.
and that's a sport I'm gonna choose.
Mm.
So for
Good
football,
decision.
it's Texas high school football. So like a freshman being on varsity, like that's not really a thing. So
Yeah, it's a big deal, no?
yeah, it's a big deal, and I've only seen it one time with one of my good friends. His name's Rodney Anderson. He actually went to Oklahoma with me,
Mm.
played football there, had a great career there, played for the Bengals for a little bit.
Wow.
But he was the only person I've ever seen do it, and he was kind of like a man child when he was a freshman in high school. He was fully developed, so
Yeah.
a little different situation. But with basketball, my coach was like, okay, I'm either gonna put you on junior varsity or varsity. So I was like, well, looks like I'm choosing basketball.
Mm.
Right.
hmm
That's crazy. And then from there, when did your recruiting process start? And obviously you committed to Oklahoma, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but where else were you looking? What was that like?
Yeah, my journey was definitely like a humbling one. Like it wasn't just like, I come out the gate and I have like an offer from Texas or, I started off with all like small mid-major schools. I got my first offer from, I think it was HBU. Well, now it's Houston Christian University, so
Okay.
HCU. But that was my first offer, and that was my sophomore year. It was like after a playoff game, and my dad actually played for the coach, so he was
Some ties there.
yeah, had some ties there. He told my dad, yeah, if your son ever wants to come here, he can. I doubt he will though. He's super talented, but he has an offer. So my dad told me, and I remember
And your
being,
dad used to hoop too.
yeah.
no?
He played at Stephen F. Austin
Yeah.
Mm.
in
Nice.
Nacogdoches, and then he played at it's HCU now, but
Yeah, he played
HBU.
there too.
And when they were they were NAIA back when he was playing, but now
Okay.
they're Division 1. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So first offer, and then from there it just slowly but surely like just shot up the ranks. Like my junior year was a big year for me. That's when I started to like really draw national attention.
And shine. You play
Um,
AAU team?
I played for the Houston Defenders. We were on the
Nice.
Under Armour circuit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I led the Under Armour in scoring, and like after that, everything
was it.
changed for me.
Yeah.
Like it went from offers from like Loyola Marymount, Middle Tennessee State, like small schools like that, to having Florida, Texas,
The big
Louisville,
boys, yeah.
Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M.
And just bags of
Literally.
recruiting letters.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still have all the shoe
Do
boxes.
you?
Yes. Well, cause
Wow.
yeah, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, we have to keep all this stuff. Like
Yeah,
when I
It's
get
special.
older, when I get older, I'm gonna want to like look back and like.
and they write you handwritten letters, some of
Yeah.
the schools. And
Mhm.
I remember just having big trash bags.
Yep. Yep.
Rubbish bags of letters, and I live with a host family, and I was like, Ma, we can throw these out. And she's like, Are you sure? It's like it's so much, because it's not just one letter. Obviously they offer you, but that's how, especially growing up when I did, that's how they communicated.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
couldn't call until a certain time
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just all these letters all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
What would you say? What would you guys both say was the most important for you in the recruiting process in terms of like what made you choose a place? Was it the coach? Like what was it? The consistency? What was it
Great
for
question.
you guys?
You can go first.
this is about you,
Oh,
sweetheart.
okay.
I asked both of you.
Yeah, I'll go after you.
All right. I would say my biggest thing was for one, like development. Like when you go into college, you got 4 years. So in those 4 years, you just want to maximize, and be with a coach that like actually will, pour into you as a player because, when you go there, you're 18, 19 years old. You have a lot to learn and you have to not do it fast, but like the faster you can learn and adapt, the better you can be and the better chance you give yourself of going to the NBA because in order to get drafted, like you want to try to go as young as possible because the older you start to get, the more they're like, oh, like he's older. They rather take young guys. So development, and then like also like a important thing for me, which you can't really always control, but in this situation I could was like the teammates around like on the team because I had 2 dudes from Houston at Oklahoma that I already knew, was already familiar with them. And it just made me feel a little more comfortable because, sometimes you go far from home and you're like, oh, man, I'm uncomfortable or, oh, I don't like my teammates, whatever the case is. So I think being around good guys, that was also like an important thing because, if you're not doing well off the court, how do you expect to do well on the court?
Did they offer you like a playing spot? Was it instant like you're going to be playing? Or
that was
kind of have to work your way?
It was like they didn't have to say that. I just knew because of the situation and like they had a bunch of seniors leaving. So like even if I wasn't gonna start, I have to play because we don't have enough players. I'm a guy that's being brought in to replace somebody that left last year that was getting, 20, 15, 20, 30 minutes a game.
There's minutes and points to be done.
But I knew though when I looked at the roster, like everything was real strategic for me. Like I always was like, I want to go somewhere. I only want to be in college for 2 years. That was my plan. Like be in college for 2 years and go to the NBA. So I need to go somewhere where I can play as a freshman. I may not have to be the man or the guy, but
in Kentucky. You wanna get in and get out quick.
Kentucky would have been
Or
nice.
Duke.
Yeah.
Kentucky would have been nice, but it's just usually Kentucky and Duke, like they're taking the best player at the position, and like it doesn't even make sense to go there because it's like every year they're bringing in the best player. So if you're not gonna be one and done,
You don't
go there.
For me, the same kind of thing. When I picked Florida, I was like, okay, basketball is going to be my life, but then what are the things outside of basketball? Is there things for me to excel in? What's the campus like? I was really big into other sports as well, and I loved that there was this massive community of all the other sports. I was really fortunate. I went to Florida with Joe Kim and all them. They had just won the championship.
Oh wow!
And then I was there with Tim Tebow years, and we won the SEC.
So crazy.
Yeah,
So like
you had
school
a
was
crazy
thick.
experience.
Yeah.
Like my experience is probably very unique. Of
Yeah.
the school was like if you lost, it was like ugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just full championships, great support, and all the teams really rock with each other. Do you know what I mean? Like I had volleyball
Super
friends,
special.
track friends,
Yeah.
lacrosse, and then we would we had a kind of like a school committee kind of thing, and we'd say, hey, this game is coming up, Georgia's coming into town, Tennessee's coming for all the sports, and then everyone on the teams would turn up to that game. So
Really?
everyone, volleyball, whoever, so everyone put in there, this is the game, you know, the rivalry game, FSU's coming to town, and then the football team will roll up, everyone, softball, baseball will come to that game because you kind of spreaded the news throughout the council. And that was really important to me. I'm like, okay, obviously it was a number one party school. Okay, we're gonna have fun, but what else am I gonna do when I'm not hooping? So that was a big picking why I went to Florida.
That's so and for it to happen while you were there too, not just for them to say like this is what we do and then you get there and it's not.
And
but
it's a lie.
I feel like that's so special at a big school like that because like I went to a Division III school, 1,800 people. Like there were 1,800 students. Same school as Lens. Shout out Bowdoin. But we went. Yeah, and I mean that's how it was at our school, but there was like you saw the same people on campus every day. So it's for it to be a big school like that. That's super special.
And that's what even when I tell people going through the recruiting process, like go and see, like, okay, yeah, it's important. I thought those were great points and values that you want to look in the school, but also as a man, as a woman, what do you want, you know, in your city? What do you value? Yeah. So then, but you only played in Oklahoma
2 years.
For 2 years, and you transferred to the University of Miami. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Miami was
talk about a party school too.
I mean,
that's
Miami's
a good time.
Really not a party school though. That's the crazy thing. It's just
because it's in the middle of like a town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Coral Gables. So like it's not even. I mean, Coral Gables is only like 15 minutes from like actual like Miami, but it's a private school, so there's not too much going on,
Mm,
but it's Miami. So
Mhm.
yeah.
like
You'll find something.
you'll find something. Like Oklahoma, we had frat parties every weekend. We had the bars. We had all that type of stuff.
Different stuff.
Yeah, Miami, we didn't have really frat parties. I mean, we did, but it wasn't the same type of
Vibes.
like
Yeah.
vibes. We
Yeah.
didn't really have like so Campus Corner was like just like a street full of bars.
Yeah.
So like we didn't have that in most college towns had that, but we didn't have that in Miami. So
Mhm.
like if we wanted to like go out or something, we'd have to like go to an actual like
Yeah.
club.
Well, you don't have that because you have South Beach.
That is,
I know you don't really go there much,
yeah,
but you
that
know
is
what I
true.
mean.
Yep,
That's
that is
probably
true.
why. Where all the like my school was just the town was
Town,
the
just
school.
Yeah.
Where when
Gainesville,
you're in a
yeah.
big city,
Yeah.
it's so different. And you did four. How many?
Well,
Because you redshirt it on
yeah, I sat out,
COVID.
Yeah.
sat out,
Oh, I-
played 2 years. I played 4 years. Well, I did 4 years in Miami. Yeah, sat out, played 2, and then got my extra year from COVID.
So with the Oklahoma, how was the transition into playing in college there? And then I want to hear about the transition from there to Miami. What was the biggest, I guess, hurdle for you going into college basketball?
Honestly, I would say like learning to play the right way because I've always been a scorer, and in high school it's always like give them the ball and just let them go. So like I had to like okay, I gotta actually play defense too. I gotta actually rebound. I gotta actually do all these other
be a
things.
basketball player.
Yeah, like no,
No, that was
literally.
literally me
And-
too.
yeah.
I'm so into
And not
defense.
just the
Anyway.
go-to guy.
Yeah, like not just go to guy. I'm playing with other players that are just as good as me.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta fit into a role sometimes. I gotta I also gotta win. Like this is more than just height. This is real. Not. I mean, I guess you can say grown men basketball because there's some 18-year-olds
Yeah.
playing, so they're not.
But just a lot more
Yeah.
on the line as well. They take
Exactly,
it. There's a lot of
exactly.
money invested. So yeah.
It's the real deal. It's not. It's not a game. It's not. Oh, we lost. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get some food and go home. It's we lost. Tomorrow we're gonna have film and practice, and y'all are not gonna make a fool of me again.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that like? How many people did you come in with? Because you said there were a bunch of seniors that left. So did you come in with a big class?
Yeah, it was like 4 of us. Me,
Okay.
Stu, Jordan, Matt. 5 of us.
Okay. Okay. So was it nice to have people around you that were kind of getting used to that as well, or what? Or were you kind of just like on your own, doing your own thing?
Oh yeah, it was like all the freshmen. We were all like super cool. Like we did everything together, go out together, get food together, go to the caf, walk to class. So like it was good to have like an actual group of freshmen with you
Yeah.
to like go through the experience with together. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like y'all are going like you have someone to like go through stuff with like off the court, like going out, going to class, stuff like that, and then on the court. So it's like you never feel like you're alone. You always feel like someone has your back, and I feel like that's very important. Like, and that's what like when I was making a decision, I always said like I want to make sure like I'm around cool people. No crash outs or anything like that. Like I need a good group of guys around me so we can all hold each other accountable and be on the same page.
And you got that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Both schools.
Yeah.
I was very blessed like to not have to run into any like problems or anything like that because you see scandals and stuff all the time and
Yeah.
like the stuff that happened at Alabama with Brandon Miller and that one guy I forgot what his name was, Darius something, but supposedly, well, not even supposedly, it's proven Brandon Miller, who plays for the Hornets now, he gave a gun to one of his teammates and his teammates killed somebody with the gun. Yeah, it's
Mad.
crazy.
It's given America.
No, literally.
Don't even.
Literally.
And then what was the decision to go leave Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Because that was a big school.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a big
yeah.
basketball, football school,
Mhm.
and then to go to Miami.
Yeah, me and Coach Kruger just weren't seeing eye to eye anymore.
Yeah.
So it was time for me to go.
Mm.
That's the best way to put it. It's
Yeah.
time for me to go. Coach Kruger's a great coach, great guy. Nothing bad to say about him. Just you know how it is.
Mhm.
Sometimes things
I
just
know.
don't match up. So
Yeah.
I needed a fresh start.
And then your 4 years in Miami, did you make the tournament? Did you
We
get
made the tournament one
one
time.
time? What
and
year
that's,
was that?
The 2021,
First-
2022
Your
season.
first year.
So is that your
That was my last year. That
Okay.
was my last year, my COVID year.
That was when you were first
Yep.
first team.
Okay, gosh.
That was when I was first team all ACC. That's when we went to the Elite Eight. That was a crazy year because it was like, whenever you're making because when I was at Oklahoma, we had Trae Young on our team one year,
Okay.
so we had like a very like
Yeah.
glamorized team and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's different being glamorized in Norman than Miami. you know what I'm saying? Like in Miami, it was just crazy because like we go somewhere, everybody knows who you are, and
Mm.
you're like, this is
You're
Miami.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you would think
You are famous, really,
exactly.
like,
It's like
school famous.
it's just a different vibe.
Mm.
So it was cool. Like I remember the first time because we had a bunch of like down years when I first had got there. Like we missed the tournament 3 years in a row. And so like Miami basketball was kind of just like whatever. So I remember after Elite Eight, the day we got back, or the next day when we got back, there was like a frat party. We're like, bro, let's just go. Like we just won. I mean, we just went to Elite Eight. Let's go celebrate. And we all went, and we literally had to leave because everybody was asking us for pictures. And I was like, usually I come to the frat parties and everything's cool. Like there's no
Yeah.
problems. Like nobody's saying nothing, and it's no big deal. But like now, it was like, man, this was too much. Like. And it was just a super cool experience because it was like, man, like we really stayed down for those last 3 years,
Mm.
not making the tournament, losing a bunch of games. Everybody's mad and upset. Coach about to get fired. He's stressed out. Everybody's just stressed to, being able to finally, do something special. And that was the furthest they ever went at the time. So
Wow.
it was amazing.
What was the change then for you guys, the mindset? Was it mental? Was it like, did you guys just get in and work? Like, what was the camaraderie there? How did you turn it around?
Honestly, I think it was just God's divine timing because in the years before, like I got hurt, my teammates got hurt. There was just a lot of stuff that was out of our control that was like going on. We always had a good group of guys. We always had the right players. We always had good players. It was just the injuries and stuff that was really like stopping us from reaching like the highest level of our team. And like everything just fell into place that season. Like we had no injuries.
Mm.
Everybody was locked in. Everybody was like, we super gelled. Like we were all in sync. Yeah, I just think it was, the right timing.
Yeah.
And we also had like, I'm not gonna say got lucky, but like we had games where we were down 10 with 2 minutes to go and we come back and win. So it's like that's just God. There was games where one of my teammates, Charlie Moore, he hit a half court shot against Virginia Tech and we were down by one. And just little things like that. And it's
Yeah.
like when
Basketball gods.
yeah,
Yeah.
basketball
You just
guys,
need 'em.
you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
need
yeah.
them.
Yeah. What was your favorite memory? Was there a game? Was there a play? Was there something at Miami that you will always like when you picture kind of the best moment there for you or for your team,
I would
basketball wise? Maybe not outside of basketball.
Yeah, I would
Say
just
that.
say that Elite Eight, really that whole year,
It's cool.
because like I said, we were like really down bad the years before that, and like the year before I got there, like Miami was like on top of the world. Like they were having multiple draft picks. They were going to the tournament every season. Miami was a great school to go to for basketball, especially for a guard, because Coach L is known for like letting his guards just do them and rock out. So, it was just a good feeling to put Miami right back. Like I felt like I left it better than when I came. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
great.
it was a good feeling, and I did it with the same people that have basically been there for
The
the
whole time.
past 4 years that I was there. 'Cause I mean, we had dudes leave, but like we also had a core group of guys that like 5 or 6 guys that had been there through the whole thing.
Yeah, thick
So
and thing. And then you did summer league.
yeah,
Did
summer league with
Detroit.
Detroit. Hmm.
Yeah, and how was that?
Oh, that was amazing, man. I mean, the NBA is just
Different,
it's a
isn't it?
different
Even
life.
that. So then you've transitioned from, Oklahoma, Miami, well, high school through that, and now this is the grown men, trying to get that spot. Just talk about that summer in Vegas, also in Vegas.
Yeah, well, like I did my pre-draft with Penny Hardaway, so that was like a blessing. Like,
Love
not a lot of people can say like I got his number in my phone, everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy that I actually did like a full pre-draft with him and like learned so much from him. Like, he's one of the best big guards of
Yeah.
all time. He's
OGs,
up
yeah.
there with Magic. So that was a blessing. And then just that was when I first like learned like about being a pro, because like I'm used to like, all right, I gotta go to school, I gotta go to practice, I gotta go to this, I gotta go to that.
Yeah.
Everything was really on me. Like if I woke up and said, you know what, I don't want to go work out today, like I could do it. Like yeah,
And
my
nobody's
agent
there lighting a
exactly.
fire underneath you. Yeah.
So like that's when I really started to learn and understand like, okay, this is what the professional life is like. Like you have to really be disciplined, hold yourself accountable, make sure you're doing all the right things, because if you want to have reach the potential of your career, like you have to be consistent, you have to be disciplined, you have to work out. I know guys even now like that play overseas, they'll come back home, they'll be like, yeah, I don't work out in the summer, and I'm like, It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even feel normal if I'm not playing
Yeah.
basketball. Like, at least picking a basketball
It's
up.
different because what are you,
I'm
28?
28.
Yeah, 28. When you get into like that, I always call it fine wine years in the
Yeah.
30s. My last 2 years, so I retired at 33, and my last 2 years, my 30s, I didn't pick up a basketball in the summer either.
Really?
No, so I like Pilates, swam, rode a bike,
Okay.
pool workouts. I was doing like these gel workouts, push-ups,
Okay.
squats. And it's just to free your mind. And I get it,
makes sense.
especially America's style is like you work on your
Workout,
game in the
yeah,
summer. That's
yeah.
when you get, but it's like at the same time, you're working out one-on-one skills, but you don't do it as a team thing.
Mhm.
And so that's why I find when Americans do drop off, and the difference between European is because we do it as a unit, where it's just so different, right? I think that's why American players are fantastic at one-on-one and that kind of killer instinct. But for me, going back to that, is I just needed my mind to be free and not think basketball because, once you leave here, it's going to be mid-May.
Yeah.
And you would have been here from probably September.
Yeah, we got here in August.
Yeah, in August. You've been here from August to May. You are sick of a basketball, you know what I mean? So it's different. You're in a bit different. Coming into your peak. But when you're into those 30s, it is trying to find ways to still stay in shape, strengthen the body, but then, basketball to me. That's why I when I retired, I didn't have injuries. I just fell out of love of the grind.
Dang. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like that though.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people do say that, but me, I'm just like, I'm like a machine. I'm wired. I'm like,
Perfect. And that's how you still love the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
mhm,
and you should be. You're in your prime.
You're young.
mhm,
Yeah.
You're so young.
in my prime.
Yeah.
Still elevating as in my career. So
During the G League and learning from all these people around you, what was the biggest hardship for you in that transition from college to the NBA kind of like pace? What was the mindset like? Was it hard mentally? Like what was that like?
honestly, I think it was relief because like I was never a school guy. So school was always like, it used to stress me out. I used to not like homework. I don't like doing papers and all that stuff. So like, I feel like it was like me. It was like, damn, this is what I worked my whole life for, to be able to like do this, and like this is what I do. Like when I wake up and I go brush my teeth and take a shower and get ready in the morning, like I'm getting ready to go work out and go to the gym or go to practice, not like go to a job or go whatever my job would be. Like it's a game.
This is your job now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just like, wow, it's a blessing that I made it this, like I actually like did it, because a lot of stuff happens, falling out of love with the game, or maybe you don't get a scholarship offer or whatever the
Injury,
case is,
career-ending injury.
injuries. So many things can happen. So
Yeah.
to kind of see the finish line felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the rest of your journey after that. So how long were you there for, and then where'd you go to after that?
Yeah. So
You were Italy first.
yeah, Italy first. I was there the whole season. It was a good experience. My first overseas season. It was definitely tough mentally though. Like being away from my family for the first time. Well, not the first time, but like in a different country. And then the language barrier, like that was also very tough. Like I don't know, it felt very like just literally completely out of my comfort zone. But the one thing I did have was basketball, so that kind of helped. And then also having to learn a new style of play was definitely hard because, like you said, like in America, like
European.
we're very one-on-one and show your skills. And
But even
here
like
it's-
coming from college, you play two halves of basketball
Yeah,
still,
uh-huh.
right? You play two halves of 20 minutes, and then you come to Europe
and you're playing 4 quarters.
and you're playing 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So even just that small difference, and not as many timeouts and media timeouts and
And different rules too.
different
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
So Italy, then you did
Then
France and Poland.
Then Poland.
Yeah.
Now here.
And those you balled out. I was looking at your numbers. I did my research.
Yeah,
You
no,
were doing, like, 18 points is what you were averaging in Italy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it wasn't,
yeah. I mean, I mean, this is the thing though. Like I'm like, when it comes to scoring, like I really feel like God gave me a gift. Like
Yeah.
whenever
He
was
did.
going on,
She did.
Yeah, whoever. They said, you know what, scoring the basketball is gonna be something, because it comes so naturally.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, that's never like the bigger thing for me is like, okay, winning. Does it translate to winning? Can you do it and still have your other teammates involved. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, and when you're able to do that and find that balance as a scorer, that's whenever like everything starts to fall in
Yeah.
place and like
And play defense.
and play defense. Yeah,
And Sabonis.
I'm about to say if Sabonis is watches this, he's gonna be like,
He
oh my
watches. He
god, he's
watches.
gonna be like, yeah, you didn't mention defense.
He watches. But yeah, just you're right. Creating that full package,
Yeah.
but then translating it into the European
Mhm,
style. And then France is a good league as well.
Yeah, France was a good league.
And how was that time?
Bad situation.
Really?
Bad situation. Kind of like my second year at Oklahoma, where like, you know, I'm not gonna say like, you know, coach didn't like me or anything. We just weren't seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
I didn't really play much. Yeah, so it is what it is. I
Right.
mean, definitely had a down year. I mean, okay, if you look at like the stats or my highlights, you can be like, oh, okay, you played solid, but to my capabilities, to my like level,
Yeah.
I
wasn't
feel
good
like
enough.
it wasn't good enough
Yeah.
personally. So left there, and then like, you know, I got a new agent, and the agent I got with Andy, like Andy B, that's my guy. We're like this, you know, we talk all the time. He calls me every week, and he was like, man, you know, this team in Poland wants you. Like, I think you should go. It's the right role, the right fit for you. Like, they want you to come there and, you know, be yourself and help them win.
Mm.
And at first I was like, Poland? Like, that's far.
Did you save some money in Poland? Because it's
Oh
cheap.
my gosh, it's so cheap there.
Yeah.
I miss, that's one thing I miss about Poland is the currency.
It's
Especially
cheap.
compared to here. Because
Yeah.
here I lose money.
Yeah.
In Poland, I gain money.
Yeah.
So
And how was that? Did you guys do well in Poland?
yeah, I mean, we won a championship. I won like every award, MVP, scoring
Nice.
title, finals MVP, import of the year. I won every award besides defensive player.
Okay. We can work on that. So no wonder why the Lions came and got you.
Yeah.
And so when this opportunity came, I'm supposing Lens or
Yeah, it was
front office.
Martinez
Martinez, of course.
and coach that called me first.
And yeah, what was the decision to come to the Lions?
I mean, it was already kind of like a no-brainer for me because when I first decided to go overseas and I like was doing my research, looking at teams, I was I want to play for the team in London. Like
Okay.
it's London, you know,
Yeah.
they speak English.
Mm-hmm.
They play in EuroCup,
Yep.
high level. Like they got Sam Decker. I was like, I don't want to play for them. Like that'd be a good team to play for. And then, you know, when the season ended, my agent like told me how they were interested, and we got on the phone. And I was like, man, this is really happening. Like in the back of my head, I kind of knew like, okay, I want to go there, but like let me still explore all my options because you know I had a good season. But like I kind of already had my mind made up as soon as like my agent told me like, oh yeah, they want you.
Nice.
Mhm.
And then those conversations with Martinez and
Mhm.
the crew, you felt they made you feel comfortable. They told you your role. You knew exactly what that looked like, or
Yeah, the thing that like impressed me the most when we got on a phone call, like we watched film. They actually broke my film down.
Really?
And
wow.
I was like, wow, I've never like
Me
overseas.
neither.
I've never been recruited like that. you know?
Before you committed.
Yeah, but this is
Okay.
before I even signed, and it's
Okay,
like you know,
Martinez.
like our coach in France.
I know.
Our coach
I
in
love
France
that.
coached in the EuroLeague, and
Yeah.
he's a coach. He's assistant coach in the EuroLeague right now. So it's like I've never had a coach just break down my film.
That is really cool.
Me and coach actually watched film. We watched film like before one of my games, actually, like before one of my, because we were in the finals, like at the last stretch of the finals, whenever they first started recruiting me. So we actually watched some film from you know a game before that I had played, and I was just like, man, like they must really care and
Yeah.
like really want me to you know be able to break down film and watch with me and help me. And then it's like you know, coach has been under the Zalgiris system for 4 years,
Yeah.
which you know
It's huge.
high level EuroLeague team. So
Mhm.
you know that whatever he says, like he sees it at a EuroLeague NBA level. So like I really respected that, and I was like, man, I need to play for a coach like that. You know, someone who has the eye for you know certain talent and like can put it together to make it work in a European system. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like I said, the biggest thing, being able to find that balance between the scoring, the winning, the defense,
Yeah.
everybody being involved and stuff like that. So I felt like he was a good person to like you know bring out the best of my ability in those areas, and all if I can do all those things that'll translate to winning.
And
So,
I think it was. So I get to commentate your EuroCup games. You were leading scorer for London Lions. Obviously, sadly, your injury. But I thought you're right. That nice transition between getting it right, the one-on-one scoring, playing defense. But how were your first couple of games in EuroCup, being able to travel with the team, being in that high level, and just Or not only the mindset, but just the decisions that I feel like once you go into Europe, the decisions have to be so
Yeah.
much quicker. So just kind of talk about that and feeling good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My first game, I was nervous.
Really?
I was nervous my first
Oh,
game.
what was
I
the
was
first game?
nervous.
Who was that?
I don't know how to pronounce the Bukanos. I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
Where are they from? Not
Um,
Lithuania. Montenegro. Yeah, them.
yeah, Montenegro, yeah.
And we were playing. So like, I'm like looking. We're watching film. They just pass out a little paperwork. I'm looking at the roster. I'm like Yogi Ferrell, Skylar Mays,
Yeah,
Rashid Suleiman. I'm like,
they got
I'm like,
guys.
all these dudes could hoop. Like, I
Yeah,
looked up to Rashid when I was in high school. Like, he
that's
was the
cool.
big dog in Houston,
Mhm.
went to Duke, McDonald's All-American, like all the guards, you wanted to be Rashid,
Mhm.
So, and obviously Yogi Ferrell at Indiana when he was in the NBA. Skylar Mays, I've played against him since high school, and he played in the NBA as well. So I was just like, man, like, I was just not nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, these guys are so good. I was more nervous because like it's my first EuroCup game and I'm playing real competition. So
Yeah,
like,
you got to bring it.
gotta
Yeah,
bring it. So, but
of
once
course.
I got the jitters out, like I felt good. After my first bucket, I was like, all right, I'm good now. Let's get going. And then obviously, I'm playing in a new system. And like, for a scorer, I'm not a guy that just shoots threes and plays defense or just a big, I have the ball, I make decisions. So like, you really have to learn a system in order to like, and learn how to bring your talent to the system
Mhm.
for the good of everybody and
Yeah.
not just yourself. So like I was also, trying to figure that out still. So first
Mhm.
couple games I definitely think I, was slow start, but then like after that game against who was it? Trento.
Yeah,
After that game, I felt like I was all right.
you got this.
I got this
Yeah.
figured out now.
And that's kind of when I was telling my teammates or people like, oh, I'm not scoring well, I don't know. I'm like, first of all, learn your plays as a team, right? Especially if
Mhm.
you're a point guard, but learn your plays at every position. If I was the post, I know where my point guard is going, where my guard, whatever.
Yeah.
So you learn the play. Of course, you need to know that, but know all 5 positions. And then once you know the play perfectly, where can I score? Where are my
Mhm.
scoring points? And obviously I was a post player, so I need somebody to pass
Pass
me
you
the
the ball,
ball where
yeah.
you obviously have the ball in it. But then, okay, so I know the play now. Okay, where is it a point where McGusty's going to drive and I seal him and he might miss and I'm going to score it? So it's
Mhm.
like, or, a reverse screen, whatever it is. So when I teach people or I talk about it, learn the play from all 5 spots, then learn the play. Okay, where can I individually get the bucket, and then how can I make you successful? This is game right here,
Yeah,
guys.
no,
This
this
is
that's a great game.
but this
Great
is
game.
how you become the IQ becomes great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but once you get to Europe, I've had crazy coaches that you might have 35
The
plays.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you've got to, you know what I mean? It's a lot. You've got to
Mhm.
study. But that's what I thought you did a really lovely job of creating your own, but then, yeah, finding your own guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that's one of the, biggest parts to my game too because like my first step's so quick, so I'm always able to, blow by my defender and it's like once you touch the paint, everything everything
Mhm.
good happens from paint touches. So
Mm.
it's like it makes me more a threat if I'm able to get other people involved because now the defense has to respect it. So when I go around my man, the bigs, he's like, oh, he might throw alley oop. I
Mhm.
gotta like, and that one split second, you know how fast the game is. That one split second of the big thinking about it, that gives me the advantage to be able to finish over him or. Maybe okay, he decides okay, I'm gonna go try to block it, but it's too late now because I'm doing this, and then I already know I'm about to dump it off as soon as
Yeah.
he jumps. So it definitely and now not only is are we scoring, but everybody's happy, everybody's touching the ball.
Yeah.
J3 has a dunk, Careless shot a 3. Everybody's feeling good. Now they can play better defense. Now they can have a little more energy. Now we get a dunk. Now the crowd's into the game. Now it's over
That's
with.
why we love the game. Yeah.
Exactly.
All of those things.
So it all goes hand in hand. But to your point, like learning the positions and where to like to break plays off and stuff like that's very important. Very important.
Well, anyway, once you know your teammates enough and trust them, you know where they're going to be,
Yeah.
even if they're not in the right position. But knowing the positions too, I feel like when you're thrown something that you haven't seen before, that's where that comes in because then you're able to get to a spot. And if someone, you haven't seen something before, but you know where your teammate's going to be. Like
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
the most important. And meshing with people on your team. And how do you feel like the team camaraderie has been? What has been the most special part of being on this team?
I would like you said, our I'm not even gonna try to say
It's
that word.
Monday.
It's okay.
The
You're a
the
little
way we
hungover.
bond together on and off the court, like this, we're a very close knitted team. Like everybody likes everybody. We're very like thoughtful of each other. Like
That's nice.
and like we had a really like tough preseason, so like I feel like that helped us bond too. Just even like taking that trip to Lithuania for a week, because like Lithuania, it's a far ways, you know what I'm saying? So like it was just us out there for a week, just practicing, playing games, bonding, and I think we have a really good group of guys.
Who would you say is the best teammate from your perspective? And I know you could probably say everybody, and I'm not trying to like make you throw shade to anyone either, but in terms of how you view a teammate and what a good teammate is, whether that's like speaking to you in the right way when you're struggling or like picking up the balls at the end of practice when nobody else wants to, like who would you say is the teammate that does what you need?
I'm gonna be biased, but I'll go Shavar because he's the point guard. So like he's the one who gives me the ball. So me and him, we have a good relationship, and like he's a good guy and stuff. But I always have to be an even extra good of a person to him to make sure I get the ball.
Of course. He has so much power over everybody.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
But I mean, his job is so hard. Like being a
Mm.
point guard, I feel like you have to be like, for one, you have to be likable by everybody. Like, everybody has to like and respect you because you make all the decisions. You're responsible for getting everybody the ball. So you have to have some type of relationship with everybody, if that makes sense. Because you're like the connecting piece to
Yeah,
getting
forge on your-
everything
Absolutely.
Mhm.
on point. So I think he does a great job of that. Super energetic. You should hear him when he's mic'd up. I don't know when they're gonna drop that video or if they
Really?
dropped it, but
Can't wait for that one.
yeah, he's a
I'm a little
funny.
nervous.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
And I thought he did well because obviously he got injured
Mhm.
and was out 10 EuroCup games and didn't skip a beat. I was
Didn't skip
Oh,
it.
no.
No, yeah.
First
super
game back was
impressive.
nuts.
Basically won us that Besiktas game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
After
almost lost it for you too. On the 3-point line when he fouled that guy on the 3-point line.
Yeah, we won't
I was
talk
like,
about
that was a fun decision for you to keep us in it.
But
Thanks, Shavar.
but also, yeah, again, it's those lessons. Like
Yeah, of course.
we call them not L's, we call them lessons.
Lessons.
Of course.
But it's so true. Like never foul that. But it's not until that's happened to you, and we can laugh of it, and we can, you know what I mean, and he'll remember it. But he will remember that moment.
Guarantee he
that
won't
it's
do it
like,
again.
right, I just got to start a step and slow down and just show a hand. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But
Oh.
those are big players as a player individually that you start to learn, and you'll different fans traveling, all these different experiences will all keep adding to your professional career, and like I said, as you're getting to your prime, traveling, being in Besiktas, being called different words, being shouted at, these are all
Mm.
things in the environment that you've never experienced
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. What has been the most memorable part of this year? Like, if it was I'm hoping it was a good moment, but is there a moment so far that you'll remember and think back to this first year here?
Hmm.
So far, there will be plenty more coming up.
Yeah, definitely will be. I'm trying to think. That's a good question. I want to say, our first EuroCup win against Kimmich.
Yeah,
Chemnitz, how do you say
yeah,
it?
it's
Isn't it
Chemnitz.
Chemnitz? I don't
Yeah.
know.
the 89ers, I think they
Yeah. But I would say our first
Niners.
win in EuroCup because like for one, it was our first win. We're a new group, so it was just like special. And I feel like the way we won that game, it like showed us a lot. Like it showed us that we could like be really good, because we found that balance between doing what we do best as individual players, and also like using the system that coach has developed for us and putting both things together. Like coach always
Mm.
says, we have a bowl. Everybody puts one ingredient in the bowl. We mix it all up, and
Yeah,
that
we heard about this.
yeah.
This
So
is
like
a great speech from coach. Right?
exactly, it was a great speech, but like that's like one of the realest things he's ever said all season, because like that's how our team is built. Like every player has their own like ability that is above average, great, whatever you want to call it, and we all have to put it together. And when we all put it together in the pot, we can beat anybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Clip
Mhm.
that. What is a legacy you want to leave with the Lions? Whether it's hopefully not after this year, but after however many years you're here, what is What do you want your legacy to be?
I just want to, for one, like be known like as a player that was like when I was here, we were winning. Like we either won EuroCup or they won three champions. They went on a 4-0 sweep for 2 years, 3 years in a row, and won every cup in the SLB. Whatever the case is, like I just want to like be known for winning. And like when a fan thinks of like Cam McGusty, oh man, when he was here, like we won a lot. Like we won a lot of trophies. We won the EuroCup, and he was a good player. Got to throw that in there.
And he was a great defender.
Yeah, and a great defender.
I just want to ask
Oh,
the
okay.
injury.
Okay.
Sorry. How
Yeah.
are we seeing you back this season?
Yeah,
or
yeah. No, I'll definitely be back
Okay,
this season.
good. Because we were speaking on the bulletin about we haven't seen a full healthy roster
Yeah.
of the Lions and how sick that would be coming
Oh,
down to the
yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
That all of you and Sabonis has the full range of who he can pick, who he can start, and so good. So I'm happy rehabbing is
Going well.
yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Just being because I'm guessing you're still working out, trying to stay in shape. It's just your hand.
Yeah. It's definitely tough because it's like, I'll be doing my lift and I'm hearing the whistle blow and looking over and seeing coach and they're practicing. I'm like, man, I wish I was like out there, in games too. Like even when we played, I know I'm not supposed to say yesterday, but when we played
In the
trophy
trophy.
final, when we played in the trophy final, just watching from the bench, and I'm just like, man, like I want to be a part of this. I want to have my jersey on and my shoes on and get taped up. Like it's just, I'm in love with just everything that comes with the game. You
Yeah.
know. So
You're definitely still in your like
yeah.
you love it. Like
I do.
it's making me smile, and this is why I'm glad I'm still in basketball, because these moments for me still fill me up as a player. Like
Yeah.
this is how I'm feeling. Like wow, should I blow the dust off my shoes and come back out? Everyone teases me like, you coming out of retirement, but the passion, the love, how you want to win. You're just, even now, it's a different role for you. I mean, you're now behind the bench and you can be able to help the guys. But I'm really happy to hear that you'll be back, so we'll get a full
roster.
roster.
I'm super excited, looking forward to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
like you said, we haven't had that all season. Even to start the season, like we had Ryan out at first, and Shavar after the first EuroCup game.
Yeah.
Who else has been out?
Obi's
Ovi.
Yeah, he's been out.
Yeah, so we've
crazy.
it's like it seems like as soon as a guy like comes back, someone
Gets hurt.
Change
someone gets
places.
hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you never know, that could be where everyone's healthy and you get a good look that, upstairs office goes, all right, let's keep this group what it looks like. And then you can maybe build a longer legacy that you're trying to a dynasty.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Dynasty.
And there's always lessons to learn in that, right? Like when you talked about your injury, I thought about a quote that I really like, which is cherish the irritations. And it's like, yeah, this is irritating and like really frustrating for you, but it's also like you learn so much in the process that when you come back, you see things from a different angle that you hadn't seen before.
Exactly.
So it's a fun way to kind of think about it, even though like it's just the situation you're dealt. So yeah, it would be a lot of fun, but it also like gives those guys who don't have a chance or who wouldn't have had a chance the opportunity to get better on the court against better competition. Whatever it is, like there's always a positive to it, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment.
Who have you been impressed with lately of your teammates?
I like the way Kieran's been playing lately. Like he always gets those athletic blocks. And he's kind of like he's had his games where sometimes he doesn't play, so like I was just real happy to like see him like with all these injuries we have, he's being able to like get some minutes and he's showing coach like, hey, I can actually do something. And like I can see like just I see everything from the sideline now that I'm watching. Like I can see coach's trust with him like going up more and more and more. So definitely him. I would say Amin too. Like when he first came, he was more like a scoring guard, like 2. But now he's like playing the 1 more and developing and like actually like learning and like like I said, I see everything. So I've seen the improvement from like start to finish. Also Tariq, like just having a player like that, like it just makes
Infectious.
it's just like I don't even know how to explain it, but like when Tariq's on the court, you just want to play good for like just because Tariq's playing, like he's gonna come and play hard defense and he may dunk on somebody. Like he literally brings that energy. It's also like a relief of pressure too, because he does a lot of stuff with the ball in his hands. So like You know, to have a guard like that. I mean, he's been starting recently, but like, you know, beginning of the season, he was coming off the bench. To have a guard like that coming off the bench, like that's insane. That's unheard of. And then just the tenacity, like you said, he brings. Like it just makes you want to go all out, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, like if someone bumps me or some, I know Tariq got my back. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It's so true. He's incredible.
Yeah, but I would say those 3 players for sure.
He's so good. And with Tariq I just feel like it's infectious how he, and then he gets that roaring dunk and
He's like,
yeah, you know, he's so good, and he just looks at you and you're like, oh, I need to step
I need to
up.
step up,
you
yeah.
know? I feel like he's been incredible this season.
Yeah, he's been great. Like there's been some games, like even I remember we played against on the road. I had a terrible first half, like 1 field goal, I had like 2 points, but he was carrying us like the whole game. He was carrying us.
Yeah.
I got going in the second half eventually, but like still, like some of the things he does, I'm like, man, like it's so impressive. And he's like, you know, he's what 32, 33, but he still has that love for the game.
Yeah.
Like he's the one guy, like after practice, he's always stretching.
Yeah.
After the games, I'm like, bro, let's go, because you know we get the those little vans after the game that take us back to where we live.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, come on, Rex, like we about to leave. I gotta stretch real fast.
Yeah, he's serious.
He's always getting his shots up after practice, and it's like, you know, guys, they may not say anything, but they see it.
Yeah,
So it's
putting
like
in
when
that
you
work.
see someone putting in that work, especially at, you know, that age, and it's like he's kind of our, you know, our vet. So it's like he sets a good example for, you know, everybody to fall into line with.
And
so.
even him coming off the bench, like I've always said he should start, but he actually, there was a point that he enjoyed it. But for me, I think it's not who starts, it's who finishes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And to bring a spark like that off the bench is
Ugh.
unmatched. I mean, who's
It's
the other
so
team going to
fun.
put in when
Exactly.
he comes in and they're already their main guys are already tired?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the
So
best feeling.
Shout out Tariq.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reed. That's my dog.
Yeah. One more question. Well, or we can keep going. But what is something that people wouldn't know about you by watching you, looking at you, anything about you that you're allowed to say on camera?
That's a great question.
Z, I want you to answer this too.
Man, I have to think about this one. I guess I would say like my culture, like being half Trini, half Guyanese. Because I mean, most people see, especially in America, they're just like, oh, you're African American or something. But no, I got a lot, you know, to me. Like in America, you know, a lot of the black people there, they don't know their like what their heritage, where they're from, what, you know. So to be able to have that is like a blessing. But I would say like that'd probably be the most like thing people probably wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about me.
Yeah, it's a tough question,
Yeah,
right?
it's a tough question. I think just caring, like my friends, my family, just basketball is still my life, which I'm able to still commentate, live that and translate it. But yeah, I just think there's nothing too crazy that pops out of my head, but really like to spend time with friends, family, and enjoy. You? Let's ask you too.
Yeah.
What do you...
No, it's not about me. All right, see you guys.
Don't do that.
No, just kidding. I don't have like I can't really think of a fun one on the spot, but relatively similar to you. I'm half Native American, so I grew up on an Indian reservation.
Oh wow.
And so looking at me,
Thank you.
very white passing.
Yep.
So that's, unless I told someone about that and like the culture there, then like no one would ever guess that about
Did you
me.
get to go to college for free? Because I know there's something about if you like have some type of heritage to Indians, you get free college or something.
Yeah, so it depends on where you go. Like my brother went to Syracuse and he was able to get like a Haudenosaunee scholarship, so he went there for free.
Oh, wow.
I went to college essentially for free, but it's just because my parents didn't make a lot of money, so it wasn't about the native thing.
But that's interesting.
But I do get funding from our tribe and the American
Really?
tribe and the Canadian tribe because I grew up on the Canadian border.
You get funding like every month, or how does that work?
It was essentially per semester, so like whatever, whatever.
So you get like a kind of like a FAFSA, like the equivalent to FAFSA, but for.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton of money, but it was.
Hey, in college,
it helped.
In college, anything helps.
Yeah,
exactly.
Anything helps.
So,
I guess same with me, heritage-wise. It's people always think I have one white parent, one black or whatever, but I have two mix. My mum was born in Tanzania, so I have like African, Caribbean, British, everything. So on that side, but yeah, more, just it's not about me. Well, yeah, it was about you.
It was
Cam.
about you.
Killer Cam, thank you so much. That was really amazing and
And
quick recovery,
Yeah.
healthy
yeah,
recovery.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, speedy.